Holy shit, I missed that. Good evening, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. We are joined by our brother from another mother, Classic Comics. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing well, sir. Always good to be here. Thank you for having me on once again. And hello to the chat.
Thank you for being here. And of course, the clobberer himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who used to own a comic book shop. No, I'm not talking about that other guy. I'm talking about this guy right here, Clobbering Times. How are you doing, brother?
All right, buddy. Good to see you. My good friends on the panel, comics. Always good to see you there, bro. Smokey. And
you,
wonderful friends in the chats. Good to see you. Good to see you all.
I haven't heard from 24/7, so we're gonna get things going. If he comes in, that is absolutely great. Hopefully he will. Um, uh, FKHC 2005. Good evening. How are you doing? Says the end of the DC animated universe as we know it, and I feel fine.
Fine. Ended for me a long time ago.
Gaslamp Batman is one of my favorite movies. Is Jensen Ackles not allowed to voice Batman and Bruce Wayne anymore? It's going to be completely up to Gunn. Who does what? So we've got some information. We're going to get into it. I agree. I think so. Jensen Ackles played Red Hood alongside Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
And
he played Jason Todd. Yeah.
Jason Todd. And he has been voicing Batman. I am all cool with that. I'm down with that. I think that was a good choice. We don't know what's going to happen. We're going to get into information. Let us say hi to everybody. Penny, so good to see you. Big hugs to Penny. Zed Hero, what is up? Good evening, my friend. Good to see you.
Penny.
Yes. Psychodorf 9 is in chat. My brother from another mother. My Viking brother from another mother. Good evening, Psychodorf 9. Good to see you. Of course, Mr. CCTV says I met both Jensen and Jared in Germany back in 2008. Two good guys. Two really good guys.
Cool. Yeah.
So, good evening, everybody. Pat S is here. What is up,
Yo.
Pat?
Hey, buddy.
Good to see you.
Hope you're feeling better, Pat S, brother.
Indeed. I hope your physio is going really well and you're doing good, brother. Akimi Mara is here. Good evening, Akimi Mara. Hope you are doing well. Keely Chow, Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide. Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington is here. The Wrench of Wrenches, Chris Persia. I don't know if we've got another one of the wrenches secretly listening in or not. We'll find out in a minute if he decides he wants to say anything or not. But good evening, Chris. Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington is here. Good evening, my friend. I think that's everybody. I hope I got everybody. I think that was everybody that said something in chat. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Let's get into this. So the last time we were here, we watched the Elseworld movie Crisis. And I didn't know that was an Elseworld movie. I guess it is, because the way the creators talk about it, it is an Elseworlds movie, is not connected to the main DC universe anymore, apparently. So I thought it was kind of weird how they've gone about doing these. And I just got, what's up, awesome one? I just got this feeling, I don't know, it was like, where are you guys going with this? And you're going with it so fast. They had asked Warner Brothers and DC to give them a 20 movie walk up to, they were going to do this very slowly and then lead up to Crisis.
Yeah.
Yes, you heard that correctly.
Wow,
20 movies. They were told no. Never going to happen. They asked for 10. They were told no.
Well, they 10 years to do 20 movies.
Yeah. They wanted a long lead up into this, and they got told no. And apparently, Long Halloween was the beginning, but they were told to keep that separate. Which I don't understand. And now that the crisis has begun, They have no idea what they are going to do at the end of this. They have not been given any information. The creative team behind these movies has been told, just finish this off and we will work on this with James Gunn, once this is over, which means they're going to do something completely different.
I thought Superman Man of Tomorrow seemed like the first one to me, because I think that was before. That's where they changed Superman, and then after that they did Long Halloween. I think it was
Okay.
Long Halloween.
Then yeah, you're because I know that was part of it. No, you are correct, because that was part of it. That was part of the deal they got.
I was just curious. I didn't know, unless I'm remembering it backwards.
No, you're not. No, it was the Superman. It was the Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, you are correct.
Yeah.
And then they went in a Long Halloween, and now they're doing
the JSA, the Long Halloween.
So
they even made that the Superman in that JSA movie was pretty much the same. It coming right after that Superman Man of Tomorrow, and then the JSA they did Long Halloween, right? If I remember my order correct.
It looks like it's Superman, Man of Tomorrow, then Justice Society, then Long Halloween.
Right.
Green Lantern, Beware My Power.
Yeah.
Then Legion of Superheroes. Then War World, and now this Crisis.
There was Battle of the Super Sons also.
Oh, was that too?
Yeah, that was before that. Around similar, close to around the same time as that horrible Legion thing. And what about see, Lucky, I thought the Elseworlds were like recently they did Red Sun and Gotham, like Gaslight or whatever, or maybe those were
but it didn't start there, unfortunately.
Okay.
They mentioned Man of Tomorrow, and Long Halloween is the beginning.
Okay.
But that was the beginning of their drive, and that they had to negotiate. They wanted 20. They negotiated. They couldn't get 20. They were told no. They wanted 10. They couldn't get 10, and then they had to settle between that somewhere. They didn't tell. They didn't say exactly how many movies, but they had to settle between that to lead into Crisis. But it was supposed to be a slow burn with all of these movies leading into Crisis.
Yeah.
And then after Crisis, they were going to do an entirely new series based on what happened after Crisis.
Yeah.
Okay. Resetting everything. And now they don't even have that. That has been they've been told, well, you're going to have to wait until we see what Gunn says.
Roger.
So they can't get an answer. Second of nine with $5 super chat. May I beg a boon from the panel? I was going to try to explain she/Tomo to Akimara. Can anyone throw up a cover, please? If I can find a cover.
Cover of what now?
She/Tomoa.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. Explain.
Tomoa is a FA.
Tomoa. Okay.
Is it an anime thing?
I don't know.
Anime?
It must be. You got me on that one, buddy.
The comma like swirl symbol. Tomoa. Okay. Art piece. Digital art piece.
Don't know, sir.
Psychodor says Tomo is a female Ronin who specializes in the Naginata. So yeah, sounds like a anime thing, probably.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is this what you are talking about? Psychodorf 9. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. Comic. I've never heard of it, bro. You've got me on this one. You've stumped me.
Stumped all of us.
You've stumped all of us. You've absolutely stumped all of us, bro.
We were like tree stumps.
Okay, he says low res, but I think so. Okay. An anime, a CG draws it. Oh, a comic skater draws it?
Oh, okay. It's a comic skate thing. Okay.
She's an anime, a comic, a CG draws it. Okay. Okay.
There you go.
I'd never heard of it. That's something new.
Something new, sir.
Based on a real person. Tomoe Gozen was an Onimusha from the late Heian period of Japanese history. She served Minamoto no Yoshinaka during the Genpei War.
All righty.
And Psychodorf 9 says, damn, independent comic, 90s. I never read it, bro. I never read it. I didn't even know it existed. So Psychodorf 9 has introduced something. Timon 90s comic. Oh, okay. Hold on. Hold on. That's really messy. Low res. That's like even more low res. From 1996. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture. Here we go. Okay. This is what he's talking about. Psychodorp 9's taking us completely off topic on the panel. So, but no, this is cool. This.
Oh, okay.
So, Crusade, never heard of them.
I've heard of Crusade comics.
It's nice art.
Monkey Jeebus says this was a spin-off from She or Kabuki. Okay.
Okay. I mean, I've heard of She.
Yeah.
It's got good art.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it at all, so stumped me, definitely.
Yeah. Same here. I mean, I've heard of She, but I think, but anyway, it's neither here nor there, is it?
Well, it's not bad. It's not the best, but it's not bad at all. It's I like it. I like the style. Gojira. Gojira. Her father's name's Gojira. Nice. Come on. Huh? All right. Thank you for sharing Psychodorp 9. To being a Buddhist monk. She talked a demon Oni into being a Buddhist monk. Okay. I will have to read that. I will look. Billy Tucci. Billy Tucci did it.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
He is a comic gate, so yeah.
I have to look it up. I'll look it up. I'm going to the new Space Cadet comics. So my faithful Space Cadet comics with pizza place inside has moved and no longer has a pizza place inside. So
it moved.
They moved. Finally. They were supposed to move at the end of November, but they stuck it out until the end of December.
Mm-hmm.
And they moved. And the pizza place.
A new place?
Yep. A brand new place just down the road. It's just down the road. It's not too far.
Bigger, smaller, or what?
Bigger. But the pizza place stayed where it was at. So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how that's going to work. But yeah. So.
Well, that's a shame.
But it's a bigger place and it's good for them. And the owner said something really funny when the last time we were there was Black Friday, and she said, what y'all have done in the last 2 months here probably paid for our entire move.
Really? That's a lot. Wow.
And I was like, holy shit,
Oh my
are you
goodness.
serious? And she goes, I'm not kidding. We bought a lot of stuff and we got a lot of good deals. I mean, she was
Yeah.
really working with us. And, we got a lot of stuff. That Hanging Enterprise. I don't know if you saw that the other day.
Yeah, I think you should.
That card, the
Oh.
promo Enterprise that is hanging.
Oh, I don't know if I saw that one or not.
It's the 1701A from Star Trek 5. But it was
Okay.
it's one of the ones that was hanging in the theater.
I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of those promo ones that were hanging in the movie theaters. And, damn, Loki, how much did you purchase? Don't answer that. Never mind. We spent a lot. We spent too much. We really did.
Cool.
But we had a really good time.
So she's moving down the street. They're still selling a lot of the same stuff, or I mean,
yeah, they've still got a lot of stuff. She had stuff in. She had a lot of stuff in a warehouse that they moved. So I think she had her entire warehouse comic collection set up for like 200 grand. All back issues of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord Thoth, it's never too much when you're at the comic book store. Now I think we're gonna go for Valentine's Day. That was not my idea either. That was Eris's idea. So all hail the great Eris of Chaos. Because she's like, hey, we'll be right next to where the new comic book store is. I was like, really? Because we're gonna go to Dave and Buster's and we're gonna go see a movie. So now we've got comic book store, Dave and Buster's, and then go see a movie.
I like it.
No, that was her idea. I was just like, let's go to Dave and Buster's and we can catch a movie. And she was like, we're going to do that. We can go by the comic book store. It's moved finally. And I was like, okay, totally.
I'm in.
Yeah, all hail to the captain. What a cool chick.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, the building she was in, from what I understand, she had paid for about $9,000 worth of repairs and never got compensated for that. So she was paying rent in that building and doing the repairs out of pocket and not being compensated by the person leasing the building to them. And she just said, I can't do it anymore. I can't. I'd love to stay, but I can't. The building's falling apart and I can't keep paying for repairs when I'm not getting that money back. And I was just like, wow. That's crazy.
It's their responsibility to maintain that place.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is a much nicer building. And it's right next to, like I said, a movie theater, a Dave and Buster's, all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be hot. She should have a whole lot of new foot traffic. Because, guys, this place was, I mean, if you didn't know it, you'd be like, oh, I'm going into a residential neighborhood. There's going to be nothing around. And then as you're driving, you get to this clearing and it's a mini mall with like a karate dojo and a gymnast dojo and then the comic book store and the pizza place. So, you want to say hello to everybody? We were just talking about you.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello, Eris.
We were just talking about you bringing up the fact that, oh, when we go out for Valentine's Day and do the Dave and Buster's and the movies, we should go by the new comic book place because we haven't gotten a chance to go there yet. But that was your idea. Yeah.
Because I know where
There we
it is.
go.
Hey, Eris.
Kalabi said, hey, Eris.
Hi.
Been a while.
Been a while.
Yep.
Mr. CDV says, I was stationed at Fort Monmouth, New Jersey back in 97. I went to Kevin Smith's comic shop more than once.
I've heard that was a cool shot. Well, I've seen it on the TV show, but yeah, it's Nothing I love better than going into new cities and new towns and hitting the comic shops, especially the big ones. Because we got
Oh yeah.
crappy ones down here. We got crappy ones down here, but there's some nice ones in the bigger cities and stuff. They just have everything. Sometimes in remoter areas as well, by the way. But that's changing a lot now. But it used to be, man. You just find some really amazing shops in the craziest places and just go in there and just spend hours, depending on the type of shop, of course. But yeah, especially when they have a lot of great back issues and old stuff in boxes in the back. Oh man.
Well, I mean, there's so much. There was so much good stuff at Space Cadets. I loved going in there. I love walking around. I love just window shopping. They had toys. They had all kinds of Star Trek stuff, Clavy. Like I said, I got a 1993 promotional Deep Space Nine poster. So the poster is before the show ever came out and was like a promo for It's Just the Station. It says
Nice.
It's Just the Station. It says Star Trek Deep Space Nine. It's the 1993 one. I was kind of blown away. I got the Columbia House VHS offer. It's like a giant piece of cardboard for TNG. And it's like coming soon from Columbia House Home Video, Star Trek, The Next Generation, only $14.95. So I was like, all right, I got to have that.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, brings back memories. They used to have some nice shops in Atlanta I used to go to every year when I would go to Dragon Con. When I used to go to Orlando a lot, they had really great shops there. I mean, of course, Dallas had some. A few other places I've been that anywhere you go, they got something cool. Except here.
Get back to the animated movies. Are they going to turn into Hollywood style movies? And can I cancel one of my subscriptions? Sure you can, because they're not. It's all going to be gun stuff. Pretty much, I think they're going to either let these people go because they don't know what's going to happen to them. They're either going to let them go or they're going to be put on Gun's team, and Gun's going to be the person that signs the checks and decides what to do.
I doubt he'll give it much priority either. But he is the only that we do know in his plan so far, as far as what he's got in mind, animation wise, is that Creature Commandos thing.
Yeah.
Which again, if that's the first thing out of the box you want to do with your animation division, it shows me that they don't give a crap about the animation division. I mean, Gunn barely gives a crap about it, and apparently Warner doesn't either. It would seem to me. I don't know. I'm wrong.
And that's really sad because this all really kind of started with Batman the Animated Series coming out of '89.
Yep.
And the thing is, I will bet you anything that pretty much everything they animated they do from now on is going to be on streaming. It's not going to be available on DVD or anything.
Eventually, at some point, yeah. And it's not going to be a series. It's still, they don't have one series in development now that I know of. It's like, as far as, except for that stupid, terrible Superman one that they got going on. Superman's at My Adventures with Superman garbage or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know of anything they've got that I don't know of. I didn't say there isn't. I just don't know of any, like a series being made right now. And again, like you just talked about, Logan, we don't know of any, with Gunn in charge, we don't know of anything planned for the movies anytime soon, or the animated movies. So other than Creature Commandos, I mean, it's just kind of dead, it seems.
And it's not even really Creature Commandos. It's his version.
It's that modern crap. It's like, yeah, it's some kind of modern iteration too, which may be more recent, I guess.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's certainly not the original group, which they did. They did an animated short of that. Did you see that animated short they did of the Creature Commandos?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, which was kind of okay. It wasn't great. I mean, isn't that the one that had Sergeant Rock in it?
Yes.
But
pretty sure it is.
Yeah, and they showed them on Batman Brave and the Bold once, but they're so eclectic. Nothing against them, but it's just so James Gunn's an idiot. Look, I mean, it's hard to trust him. He might do a good job, but I'll give him a short leash, but a chance. But that's what you're going to announce. You get a chance to start out the DC animation stuff strong, and the first thing you care about is something weird because you're a weirdo. Again, I have nothing against Creature Commandos in principle. I picked up the comic once in a while. I didn't really read it that much, but I have nothing personally against it. But that would not be my way I would start the anime. If I'm taking over, they give me the job to take over DC animation. That's not how I would get started.
Let's be honest here. DC has led the way in animation. Yes, you can bring up X-Men from Fox and Marvel. You can bring up Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, there's no question
but
about it.
They didn't do what Batman the Animated Series did. Yes, they were hot, but they weren't that hot. And they didn't lead to the last 30 years of animated movies, sequels, continuations. I mean, hell, the last DC, they brought Kevin Conroy back to be both Batman from the animated series and old Bruce Wayne. So they had old Bruce Wayne and Batman together for the first time ever.
Marvel owned the movies. DC owned television and animation.
Yes.
That's the way it works.
And they did a badass job at that. Now it feels like they're just giving up. They don't care anymore.
No, they don't.
It doesn't
They're worried
matter.
about movies. They're worried about which again is all fine and good, but why are you going to even bother with who do they think is going to be the audience for Creature Commandos? I mean, this is James Gunn. Jesus. And by the way, I don't know how well the Haunted Tank, it was gonna. There's no way that would be so wokeified because they actually. I'm still astonished to this day that they had that that slight appearance of the Haunted Tank on Batman: Brave and the Bold, which was still great though. But they never do modern day Haunted Tank correctly. But I just don't get it, man. It's like I don't know.
Well, even in some ways on the big screen. I want to tell you guys, and Klobby knows this. I used to brag all the time. I saw Mask of the Phantasm in theaters.
So did I.
Why did I brag about that all the time? Because I didn't know anybody else who'd seen it, and I fought tooth and nail to get to go see that movie. There were two movies that were the most difficult thing for me to do before I became an adult to go and see, and that was Transformers the movie, which I had to drag my dad to kicking and screaming, and there was Batman. There was Batman: Mask of the Phantasm because he did not want to. This was a guy who didn't even go and see Disney movies on the big screen. He wouldn't because it was a cartoon. He didn't believe in it. He's like, you can watch it when it comes out on VHS. So I had to go out of my way to get to go and see that movie and get him to take me because he just didn't want to do it. And he really liked it. He really thought it was cool. We talked about it later when Batman Begins comes out, the whole ninja thing, him training, he's like ninjutsu, gesundheit. And how he got dressed up. And I remember when we saw Batman Begins, when he goes and sees Gordon and he's like in the ski mask and it's not really the bat suit yet. He was like, that's like that animated movie we went and saw, Jay. And I'm like, yeah, it is. It's like Batman: Mask of the Phantasm. Like they took it right from that.
I brought my kids, and I loved it a few times. But yeah, man, because they just don't. I know they don't care much about the animation division, but they keep pumping it out. So maybe these movies are doing fair business, I guess. I mean, over the years, I mean, enough to keep making them, I guess, right? Quality not being an issue usually, but so I guess maybe they don't care. I mean, I don't know.
Do you think they've turned it into a vehicle for look how progressive we are? Because some of those movies, Klobby, classic. I'm just like, Long Halloween, that second Long Halloween was just terrible.
Oh, so horrible. First part wasn't too bad, but the second part of the Long Halloween was disgusting. It was a shite show from hell,
I haven't seen it. What happens in it? What do they do?
Well, and I remember looking at it, we reviewed it, right?
It,
And the first part again was relatively because I kind of like the old comic. It was relatively in style and everything else fairly
I
close.
think the
to
only thing we
story.
bitched about it was that one line where he's like,
Yes.
I never wanted to be a
There's
detective.
a line at the end of the first one. That was it when he said, "I never thought I'd have to be a detective," is enough to right there show you these people are idiots, and which is not in the comic book. It's moronic beyond that one. Really, yeah, we drove us crazy, right? Then the second part was worse, almost worse because that line which almost killed it. Bruce gets taken over by Poison Ivy. And basically, Selena Kyle. It should be called Catwoman: The Long Halloween. The second part is all about her, and he's an invalid. She has to save his stupid ass. He's worthless in the movie. It's not even about him; it's about her. And somehow Falcone is her father now. Like, what? Like, shut! Are you freaking nuts? Hey, Zax, the Hulk villain's here. What's up, Zax?
What's up, Zax?
Hey, dude. But it's Batman is an absolute. I mean, he was a whip in the first part a little bit when she saves his ass in that one too. But my God, Catwoman: The Long Halloween Part 2 is really awful, horrible.
So basically, they did a Tom King on him.
It was so Tom King, dude. He might as well. He probably wrote it. I mean, he probably had something to do with it because Jeff Loeb's an idiot. Don't get me wrong, but the original comic was at least decent. If you like that weird art, a lot of people don't like that art style from Tim Sale. I thought it was all right, but and by the way, Jensen Ackles is excellent.
Yeah,
voice I thought.
No, Jensen Ackles does an outstanding job voicing Batman in both movies. It's just the writing is horrible.
The only good reason to have that second Blu-ray is to have that Blue Beetle short that they did. I love that. Have you seen that one, Classic?
No, I have not.
There's a Blue Beetle short. You know how to do the short cartoons sometimes.
Okay, short. Yeah, okay, yeah.
The short on blue Batman on Catwoman: The Long Halloween. The short on that Blu-ray is the Blue Beetle, but it's done in the style of the old '60s Spider-Man cartoon, and it's got it's got the Charlton heroes in it. It's a blast. It's so much fun. I loved it.
That sounds cool.
Shorts are often better than the movie. Like the terrible JSS Society movie has a wonderful Commandy short that's right out of Kirby. It's just a beautiful homage to Jack Kirby. I loved it. But at DC Animation, in fact, the best stuff they've done in a long time is some of their short ones, like the Spectre and the Jonah Hex one they did, and
Yeah, that Spectre one was good.
Yeah,
it was like
really
they did it in like
the Aparo Fleischer Spectre, yeah.
Oh, speaking of Fleischer, I got the latest Blu-ray of the Superman Fleischer.
Nice.
Set. It's odd. It's a little fuzzy. It's okay. You expect it to be grainy from what year it was in. This is almost like I almost want to say it's not as good as quality as the DVD. I'm gonna have to pull the DVD out and rewatch it. But I'm getting older. I have to wear glasses now when I watch stuff on the big screen in the front room. But I had my glasses on. I don't need a new prescription. I just got my eyes checked again. I get my injection in like 2 days. Yes, they stick a needle in my eye.
Ouch.
But I can see fine with my glasses on. So it wasn't me. If I can go see Godzilla -1 and be like, oh my God, that is the coolest looking stuff ever with my glasses on, I can watch a damn Fleischer cartoon. It just seemed fuzzy. And this is the brand new Blu-ray. This Blu-ray, it's only like a couple months old. So
wow.
I know they did another Blu-ray that had problems. So I'm wondering if this isn't along the same lines as that one.
Wow, could be.
But I've still got my Blu-rays. So
yeah,
I wish I had my cassettes because my dad had them on VHS, but I don't.
They have so many different versions out there, and are like releases. I mean. Have a couple. I think
this was the McDonald's one.
Mm-mm.
You got them. You got them at McDonald's or Burger King. They were like buy so many blah blah blahs, get so many stickers, and you get a VHS set for free.
Those were great. Those were so much fun to watch. Great music, beautiful animation. I mean, this is animation made 80 years ago, and it's as good as anything ever done. Good as anything they've ever done. And now the animation of these DC movies are total shit. These past couple of ones, they've gone to some cut rate company, I guess. I don't know what they're really farming it out dirt cheap these days. Peter Weller did an okay job, I guess, for the animated for Dark Knight, considering he was supposed to be an older Batman, I guess. I haven't watched that in a while. I guess we should review it one day. Look.
It's funny. When I saw that for the first time, me and my buddy were watching that. And I was like, I know that voice. Where do I know that voice? I think I was working at the prison at the time. And me and my buddy looked at each other at almost the exact same time. And we're like, dead or alive, you're coming.
You're coming with me. Your move, creep.
Your move, creep.
But he's also
shit.
Buckaroo Banzai. Hey, no matter where you go, there you are.
You see a lot of times. It probably was. It was one of those. I know
I
we
saw
got
them
him
last
at
week.
I know we got him somewhere like that. It was something like that where we got the VHS sets for free because of a coupon or some shit like that.
He was at a con down here a couple weeks ago, and I didn't want to spend the money for an autograph, but I walked by. At least I got to see him from a distance sitting there. And I was like, there he is, RoboCop Buckaroo Banzai, but I can't spend like crazy money on I don't want to spend $60 to breathe anybody's air, even if I'm a big fan, But still, it was cool to see him. When all the times I used to get autographs, that was back when it was like $5-10, Something. You buy a picture for $10, you get an autograph. Those days are over.
Yeah, no, those days. Yeah, those days are long gone.
Yeah.
$10.
They want $70 to like talk to them for a few seconds, and they're look. God bless them. A lot of them are trying to make a gig, and people are willing to pay it. Hey, go for it. But
I tell you know what, people get to say whatever they want to about. Oh shit, what's his name? He's the one who did the Heir to the Empire books.
Timothy Zahn.
Timothy Zahn, thank
He's
you,
a cool
God,
dude.
man. He is so cool. He will autograph whatever you want. He doesn't charge you. He'll sit there and talk to you.
There's still people that do that. Yeah.
I got the anniversary edition of Heir to the Empire, and it was one of the first print ones, very first prints. And he signed it, and we sat there and talked for, a good 10-15 minutes about how that brought me and my dad together when I was a teenager, reading his books, and what that meant. And it was pretty cool. So you can say whatever you want. You'd be like, oh, he sold out. He sold out and stayed when Disney bought it. You can say whatever you want to. He is a really cool guy.
Yeah, it's easy for people to say that about a dude. The guy's he has a livelihood to consider. I never go get that rough on the people who are just trying to make a living. We're not talking about, dirt bags like Kathleen Kennedy or Kevin Feige or even sellouts like, the Filoni's or the Favreaus or any of these guys. We're talking about a guy, still trying to make a living.
Yeah. So, and a good guy.
Yeah.
A good guy. I don't know. I agree with what Akimi says here. You'd think that with all the sources of entertainment we have available now, people would be more concerned with putting out quality products, not getting lazy and badgering like they are now. I don't think they care. I only think they care about getting the money from the company to do what they want to do. And after that, they do whatever they want. So whether it's good, whether it's bad, they got the money to do it, and that's all that matters. That's all they care about. Indeed.
Absolutely. They don't care. Not many people give a crap these days. Now the guy doing some of the guys working at DC Animation that worked for Bruce Timm all that time, because I don't even know if his name is even on it anymore, but Tim was running DC Animation for a while. Some of those people cared about what was going on. Jim Krieg, it's kind of a good dude. I just don't.
Oh, yeah, Ben. Yeah, Ben. I'm talking about now.
I'm talking about now. Even some of those guys who are left over, like Jim Krieg, but again, he's just sometimes I don't like the way he's got his name on the writing for that Crisis as it came out, which was not that good. It was not good at all, I didn't think. But I don't know how much James Gunn gives a crap.
I don't think he does. I think he just cares about his projects. That's
His
all he gives a shit
projects.
about.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Why put a guy like that in charge of the whole of all the decisions? Which, by the way, is not in charge of all the decisions, but at least in over a lot of the decisions made for the DC Comics properties. He does no comics. Got to give him that. But that does, I don't know. We'll see if that means anything. If that translates to meaning anything, like understanding that you can't write Superman the way you would write Guardians of the Galaxy or Peacemaker. Your insipid Peacemaker show that's maybe, I don't know. I mean, what approach are you going to take with Superman? He talks a good game about knowing what, about respecting him. We'll see.
Well, so did Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith talked a good
That's
game.
right.
About, loving the characters of Motu, and they had the utmost respect. And then you find out that he was like, I don't know Motu from my ass. I don't care about that. And you're like, what did he just say that to? Why? I don't
what's
care
he
about
supposed
him.
to say? Again, it's weird because the only one that was honest is the one I despise the most was Zack Snyder. He actually came out right at the beginning when he got the job to direct a quote unquote Superman movie and said, "No, he thought Superman was kind of a dork." Well, you sure proved that you didn't have any respect for him. We got you. I believed him from get go when I was saying, well, look, he said this kind of crap. He doesn't have any respect. Not even paying lip service to respect. So.
The thing is, Gunn is already influencing the comics because, Peacemaker wasn't this goofy character before Gunn got his hands on him.
No.
It's not just that too, because Peacemaker is in Mortal Kombat 1, and it is John Cena's James Gunn's Peacemaker.
Of course, that's all the characters. He told Cena not to read comics. By the way, Cena was going to read the comics, and he told him not to.
God, I love that. I love it when they do that. That, ladies and gentlemen, ought to tell you all you need to know when someone says, "Do not read what has been done." If that is a choice that the actor makes, I can understand that. I can understand if you're like, okay, Clobby, we are hiring you to play Superman. And you're like, okay, what do I need to study? Well, you're going to be doing this for the next 10 years. Wait a minute. That's when you're like, wait a minute. Okay. Let's say you don't know anything about Superman. You're like, if I want to stay interested in this, I can't know the whole game beforehand because I will get bored. At least that's the way I would be. I'd be like, I'm going to get bored. I've got to be surprised. There's got to be some things that come along and surprise me that I've got to act through, that I can't just copy what somebody else has done. I can see if an actor makes that choice because they're going to be doing the role for so long. What's his name did that with Smallville. He was like, I didn't want to know until he talked to Christopher Reeve, and Christopher Reeve threw down the stack of comics and was like, read this. And that's when he was like, okay. And he read them. And
Cavill read them. Cavill bought a bunch of Superman comics. Of course, didn't matter since Zack Snyder wasn't going to let him play Superman for real. Still,
as a kid, he did that though. As a kid, he had read Superman comics.
But he also, when he got the role, he went and read a bunch of them though.
Yeah, he went and read a bunch of them.
It turned out not to matter because who was directing it, but still.
Snowdub, what's up, brother? Snowdub with $2 super chat says, "Go and talk and roll." What's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. My one of our Muppets from Another Puppet on Monday through Friday. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes not. He's sometimes there. He's part of the morning crew. Morning block.
Usually, they always ask these people when said, "Did you know anything about the character before you played him?" And sometimes they'll be honest and they'll say, "Well, not really. I mean, I didn't really read." Or sometimes they'll, "Well, I read a few comics here and there." If they know who he was, just depends. And other ones said, "No, but I went and read up on him." Was it John Bernthal when he got the Punisher? He went to they called him in a comic shop in New York, and these guys would say, "Hey, man, dude, you need to read this. You need to read that." I said, "Okay." And he bought. I mean, to his credit, I don't even care about the Punisher, but I liked him. I thought he was cool. he bought a bunch of Punisher comics.
Yep.
Imagine that.
And did his homework. I'd do it even if they told me not to. Even if they told me do not do this, I'd go and do it anyway.
Oh yeah,
Because I want the history. I want the backstory. I want to get an idea of who this guy is. I'd at least buy one run done by, the same writer. I'd at least do that.
Absolutely. You would go to a comic shop. Sorry, I got an alarm going off here. Go to a comic shop and you talk to them. Say, look, man, if you were just asked to play, fill in the blank. What comics would you read? Ask the guy behind the counter. I mean, I'm sure that's happened. Just to get involved, to become informed upon a character. What's good stuff to read?
Oh my God, Pat S. He's talking about Superman 2. You get it?
Yeah.
Where he takes the thing off his chest
Yeah.
and throws it.
It was
up.
Action Comics 173. 1960. I'm just kidding.
1969.
I'm making it up, didn't I?
Well, since when can Superman take memories away with a kiss? I mean, how does that work?
Mind meld. I'll tell you how, mister. Don't you know that Superman has a special power for everything? For example, with his eyeballs, he can rebuild the Great Wall of China once it's been disassembled.
Yeah, and he has telekinetic powers with his eyeballs too. I've seen the white heat beams that aren't heat beams but can move stuff. Like he can move a plant with his mind by using his white heat beam vision that's not heat beam.
Remember that scene in Superman 4 where the Great Wall of China got
back together. Yeah.
Somebody went on. Someone showed me this. Somebody, just a fan. Surprise, surprise, because fans do the important stuff. Went and fixed it. Edited that to make it look like he was fixed. Instead of using a stupid eyesight, he was actually fixing it for real at super speed. It looked pretty cool. Which is what Superman would do.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, he did it.
dun, dun.
Dude, looked cool too. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Imagine as stupid as that horrible story is in that movie. If you at least fix the effects, you could have some cool, scenes with some super fights and stuff.
That guy though, the
Mark
dude
Pillow,
with the knee with
the nuclear man.
fingernails.
Kill Superman. The guy with
Superman.
Gene Hackman dubbing his voice.
Gene Hackman.
Kill
I
Superman.
because I am the son of Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Thing is, he's supposed to be a clone of Superman, but he looks nothing like Superman.
Yeah, no,
Well,
nothing.
he's a clone of Gene
Blonde
Hackman.
clone.
He's a clone of Lex and Superman, which was slash fiction at the time. You didn't have the internet to do that, so you had to come out with it in movie form. You want to know what the first slash fiction comic book movie was? It was Superman 4 because that's Lex Luthor and Superman's kid.
Yuck. Jesus. Yeah, that guy does cons, believe it or not. Mark Pillow. Yeah. His last name is Pillow. I think you should change your name if you're gonna be an actor and your last name is Pillow. Just saying.
Anybody out there going, what's slash fiction, Loki? Look it up.
Oh, don't tell them what
you'll
that
save
is.
you'll save yourself a lot of headache.
Actually, it used to have a special. Now it's pretty much anything Disney or Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, or Disney Marvel. That's all slash fiction. So is fake Trek.
We get that all the time now in our shows. Fake Trek,
Right, all
and
slash
Disney and Marvel. It's all slash fiction.
Yes.
So that was fanfic Connor Kent or Connor Luther, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we get. I hated that guy. I absolutely hated that guy. I hated the fingernails. It was not
garbage.
cool. It
Story
was
was
not
stupid.
like He-Man.
Such a bad story. I mean, shame that Christopher Reeve's lasting shame. Love him to death, but man, that story.
Can we go to Appalachia, Mr. Luthor?
Otisburg. Otisburg. It's a little bitty place.
Oh my god, dude.
Yes,
we're
sir.
never gonna we're never gonna get shit like that ever again. It's just not gonna happen.
No, no, no.
They're too much up their own ass.
Yeah, James Gunn. Look, if he's true to form, Superman's going to be breaking the fourth wall. Or, I don't know. It's just the guy looks like he might be able to play a good Superman. He'll probably get the costume right. He'll probably get all kind of good stuff right, and then have a really idiotic story. Or
But they've already like said he's dumb, right?
who?
He's dumb. He's like caveman dumb.
Who
Me,
said that?
Superman. You, Lois Lane. And Lois is like, that's right, Superman. Those are the bad guys over there. I'm the smart one. You're the dumb one. Go get them. Me, Superman, get bad guys for Lois Lane.
So you're saying red kryptonite turns him into a caveman or something?
I don't know, but they've said that she's the brains and he's
The script. You
kinda-
mean the people who've seen
yeah.
the script? Well, I mean, it's not that I would put it past him.
There's an actress who auditioned for Lois.
Yeah, I heard about that.
She didn't get the part, and she basically said that Lois is the hero. She's the smart one. She's like the one in charge or whatever.
Oh, I would. Who would be surprised at this point?
that
Yeah.
is kinda where I
Nobody would
got
be
the-
surprised. Remember,
That
even
is-
look. Go ahead, Bizarro. What about it? Might be Bizarro. Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying that is where I got the idea for what I said. Me, Bizarro, Superman.
Bizarro.
Me, smart. You, Lois
So-
Lane.
They might do something like I don't know. Well, look, even in the Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord in the comics is like a no-nonsense space cop, and this is a buddy of mine always says he's a horny man-child, and that and Gamora's the tough, smart one, sensible, reasonable one.
Okay. Clobby's worst nightmare. Okay. Clobby's worst
kryptonite.
nightmare. It's the end of James Gunn's Superman. Okay. It's the end of the movie. Superman lays dying in the courtyard where they're going to build his statue, right? He saved Metropolis. He saved Lois. And Lois is holding him in her arms. And she's like, Clark, I love you. And he's like, I was never strong enough to really be Superman. And he dies and he
Oh.
like evaporates into a bunch of glitter and it all surrounds Lois and you hear the magical stuff going on and she looks around and she's looking at her hands and she's glowing and she stands up and she puts her fists on her hips and you hear dun 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 and Lois is now Superman.
Yeah.
It wouldn't totally surprise me if they did that.
Well, yeah. But at this point, they can't. Nothing can even bother me, dude. You understand? There's no nightmare for me about it. I'll just go, yeah, figures. You can't make me angry. They can't make me angry anymore. They could just make me go. The only they could do is surprise me, and that would mean by doing something really good, and I'd be surprised. Do something really stupid or lousy, then I won't be surprised. Asinine, disgusting, you name it. I'll be like, well, there you go. It's 2024. Oh, in that case, 2025, right? I was going, yeah. What did we expect? And I'll walk out and I'll tell everybody, yeah, it's crap, but I won't lose any sleep over it because it's just I don't care anymore. I mean, they beat me. They won. They won the game because they made it mean where I don't care anymore. Not that I don't love the old characters. I don't care what they do. There's nothing they can do to me anymore.
That's what happened with Star Wars, with me and Star Wars.
Star
It took
Wars,
Mike about
Star
a
Trek,
year to catch up
Yeah.
with me what happened with Star Wars.
Star Trek, Doctor Who, you name it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like it, and I will comment on like it sucks that they're doing this. I wish they wouldn't. It'd be nice. I'm not going to say I'm immune in that sense, but I'm just going to go. In fact, they are so bad at it. Like people like a lot of times I get a lot of people saying now, man, won't you just, you're going to be so mad when you hear this news about the Fantastic Four. I'm not mad. In fact, I want it to be, and since it's going to be terrible anyway, I want it to be the more terrible, the better. In fact, the only way they can entertain me is to be, every time they name something really stupid they're going to do, I'm going to just laugh more. I'm like, figures. But remember, this kind of crap, before the big franchises, this kind of crap has been happening to me with my comic book characters for 30 years now. They've been doing things I don't want them to do with them. So when something stupid or lousy comes out with a character that I love, whether it's in a movie or even a comic or whatever, I'm like, I don't like it, sure, and I'll criticize it, sure, but the notion that I'm like angry or hurt or well, it's not even close. I'll just be like, well, that's first of all, it's stupid, and I'll say so, but mostly I'm just laughing. I mean, it's like, yeah, whatever, guys, and just have nothing but contempt, but indifference to these people
And apathy.
Yeah. I'm like, you can't
It's
hurt us.
apathy.
We don't like it. None of it. Don't get me wrong. We're geeks. We still love the stuff we love, but what are you going to do about it? You can't do much. You got your head canon. You got your old stuff. If something good comes out, we'll be fair and go, well, that was good. Thank you. That was really nice. But it's rare when that happens,
Power 900 makes a good point. What's up, my friend? Says someone all-star Bizarro fuses with Lois to become Superwoman. I mean, there's a version of her that became the Eradicator in the comics. Make a good point. They did do that. So why not?
Yep.
Why not? Klobby, what do you got coming up? I know you got something coming up here in just a little bit. You got Clubhouse or something.
Oh, well, I did agree to go to hang out with Dad, man, to talk some playoffs and stuff and a little bit on his channel. And after that, in an hour, I'll be on mine with the wild card and in the clubhouse tomorrow night.
The wild card. It's the
glad to be
wild
here.
card Wednesday.
Wild card Wednesday night. It's so wild and Cardi.
Holy shit, I love that. Make sure you join Clobbering Times for Wildcard Wednesday coming up in 1 hour from now.
Thank you so much, the great Stone Loki.
Holy shit. Classic, what do you got?
Well, actually, it's interesting we're talking about Gunn because I'm working on my next video, which I think hopefully will be out tomorrow. The top 5 DC characters I think Gunn should include in his new DCU, but probably won't. So look for that. And I'll probably live stream on Sunday evening. And that's about it right now.
All right. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll be back. Hopefully, we'll be back next week. I don't see any problems with us not being back next week. I have no idea when 24 is coming back. I talked to him yesterday, I think.
Oh, man.
And he's still working on getting a place to live.
Oh, really? Oh,
more
boy.
updates. It's not going well. So,
oh, boy.
Keep them in your prayers, guys. If anything
Absolutely.
else comes up, I will let y'all know. I did talk to him about possibly reaching out and asking the community for help. He is not to that point yet. He is still working. He still has a job. He's not homeless. He's staying with a friend. He's just having a really difficult time finding a place that will take him. We printed out some check stubs so that he can show. I did that over here for him. We went through everything and we printed out some check stubs so that he can show these places he's applying to. It's just been really difficult. One of them really screwed him over. It was almost a done deal, and they screwed him over. So it's been a little bit of a battle, but he's not going to give up. He's not giving up. Anything further, I will let you guys know, and we'll shout it out to the interwebs if he needs any help. So keep him in your thoughts, though, guys, because he's going through a hard time.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, man.
So, guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter, and we will see you on the next Comic Book Roundtable next week. Until then, guys, have a
Good
great
night, everybody.
Good night, folks.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.